Hey guys, how's it going? Moon Mike here with you on this uh, weekday. Let's go with that. I want to say Thursday, but I'm not sure. So, weekday. Um, Thank you, Heisenberg. So, I definitely just beat one of the coolest games I've played in a long time. God of War 3. It's the first God of War game I've played, and it was really good. Like, it reminded me a lot of like a movie in a lot of ways. Not in a bad way either. Like, it wasn't all quick time events. Granted, you finished off a lot of the bosses with quick time events, but it was, I thought, pretty well done. Um, but just the way that like the view would pull back and like you could see like this huge vista, and you could see your little bitty character in there. Um, was really cool, but you didn't ever like lose sight of the character, if that makes sense. I feel like in a lot of games when they do that, it's kind of annoying because it's like, okay, but now where am I? This one didn't really happen. Um, Also, there were a few things I kind of was wondering, like at one point, if you haven't, well, if you haven't played God of War and you want to, uh, I guess skip like a minute from here because spoilers. So when Zeus says to Gaia, like, maybe you wish you'd pick the other one, like, I don't know if it's because I haven't played the other games, but I don't know what other one there was, so I don't know if that's setting it up for the next game that I know is coming out or what. But I mean, at the end of the game, dude was dead, so not sure like what's gonna happen there. Um, it also was, well, they got the mythology like dead on with all of the Greek gods. Like, it was really, really, really cool. Um, because I'm no expert on Greek mythology, but I know a decent amount. But it was, oh god, it was just so cool. Um, and one of the, it had kind of what I can't help but think of as like a Breaking Bad type of thing where you you see the main character and he starts off like with good intentions, kind of. Um, but then like you start to see just how, like, I guess selfish and destructive his his choices and desires are, and like how he's literally willing to destroy the world to get revenge. But at the same time, like, you see him doing these horrible things and you're like, oh god, but you're also kind of rooting for him. Might just be me, but I really liked it. Like, that game was awesome. um Part of me wants to play it through again. A bigger part of me wants to take it back and trade it in for a new game. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Speaking of new games, we just got the promo stuff for Call of Duty World War II, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like some of the promo art looks like it's showing a soldier with shell shock or PTSD, and like, I don't know if I'm down with that. Like, in a way, it feels almost like glorifying or profiting off of a condition that many, many people and many soldiers suffer from, and that at that time was misdiagnosed. Like in World War II, they just called it shell shock. It wasn't an actual psychological condition, and people were court-martialed and executed for desertion because of shell shock. But it was like they physically could not continue to fight or do their duty or whatever. Um, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like it that kind of bothers me. Um, I don't know how it's going to be handled in the game or if it's going to be handled in the game. But yeah, just kind of a little bit like not cool to me. But I'm going to do some more research and see what I can find out. But yeah, like I don't know, games are have been becoming more and more realistic, but it's like now they're hitting harder like emotionally, it seems. Um like Gears of War 3. Uh like I cried a manly tear or two. If you played the game, you know exactly which part I'm talking about. Um God of War, I had a couple moments where I was just like, "Whoa." Um I'm thinking maybe if I trade it in, I'm just gonna go like full on emotional and get like The Last of Us because I've heard that's supposed to like really do it too. But it's it's weird. Like it's cool because it means that the medium is evolving uh, as an art form, and yes, I would say that video games are art, uh, both visually. Like if you look at Shadow of the Colossus, like that is art. Um, to storytelling, like Gears of War. If you'd asked me a few years ago, I might have said Halo, but now not so much. Like Gears of War, The Last of Us, Grand Theft Auto, even like that has a really deep story. Uh, oh, what's the Undertale, Spec Ops: The Line. Like these are all games with really intriguing stories that honestly rival a lot of things that I've read. And I don't know. I really like it because it's almost like a an evolved form of those choose your own adventure books. Um, except instead of like if you choose to go left, turn to page 35. It's like you actually see the consequences as they play out and you react in real time, or I mean, depending on the game, I guess. But it's I don't know. It's really 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 cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I mean, I've been playing a couple of other games like Sunset Overdrive. Visually fantastic game, uh, but also it's a good feeling to actually be able to sit down and play. Like I would, I would honestly say that because I beat God of War 3 in 2 days. I would honestly say I probably put at least like 12 hours into that game. Um, which prior to that, like I hadn't really felt like I guess at peace enough to really sit down and enjoy myself. Um, I don't know why, but it feels like now I'm starting to get to the point where I can. And I don't know, that's a it's a really nice feeling. Like I can enjoy myself again. Um I don't know if it's because of the psychiatrist appointment or if it's because like spring is doing its thing or what, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. Um, Arg. I find myself smiling more now, which is I mean it's I notice it, and when I notice it, for a split second, part of me goes, "What's wrong?" Like part of me starts looking for something that isn't right or that's bothering me. Like tries to, I guess, almost ruin it. Um, and then that part shuts up, and I'm not used to that. Uh, so I don't know, just being able to sit back and play a video game all the way through is it's not a new feeling to me, but it almost feels like a new feeling, if that makes sense, because it's been a while. Um, the only other feeling I have is ah a stiff neck from because I my PlayStation is in my room, and so I was like laying down and playing, and yeah, that that'll take a toll on your neck eventually. But I definitely don't regret it. God, that was fun. Um, Now I just need to remember to actually like exercise and stuff. Cause, uh, yeah, yesterday my Fitbit said I didn't even have 1,000 steps. So yeah, that was a thing. Um, but I'm also I don't know. I'm eating better. I think when I eat, I'm trying to not as much like candy and stuff or snacks. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I think I'm finally starting to enjoy life, and I don't know. Like I can sit back and not have my mind going through like everything that's wrong. Um, Sometimes it goes through what's right, which then I kind of try and examine like what's wrong with that. But I don't know. It's I know I've said this a lot, but it's a really neat feeling. I need to stop saying feeling so much. Jeez. Um, yeah. Plans for today. Let's see. I know I work. Um, I am closing, so I guess when I get out of there, I'm probably going to finally do the dishes. Um, Make some food, eat, play some video games. I really do need to look into that gym that's like right up there. This 24 hours. Because like right, anyone that works like a late shift knows that you can't really come back from work and just go straight to sleep. Like you gotta unwind. And even though like I've been up since like 7 something this morning, um, I know that as soon as I get off work, I'm gonna be wired. Uh, just because like moving around, interacting with people, like that just it gets my blood flowing. I guess wakes me up. So I don't know. I really want to try this game called Little Nightmares, but not sure how good of an idea it is to play that like right before bed. Same with Outlast. Um, these well, Outlast is a just straight up terrifying game. Like the jump scares galore. Uh, it occurs to me that some people may not know what a jump scare is. So a jump scare is like in a scary movie where something pops out and it makes you jump. Like it's not something that's gonna stick with you, like psychologically, but it just makes you jump. Outlast to me is all about the jump scares. There's not really too much like psychological stuff, but that'll still keep me up. God, why am I yawning so much? But Little Nightmares, on the other hand, from what I've seen, looks like it might actually give me nightmares. um, yeah, that game looks kind of messed up in a really intriguing way. Yeah, that's definitely something that if I play it, ideally play it during daytime with all the blinds open and all the lights turned on, um, and a flashlight. And this, just to, make sure. Not that I'm afraid of games or, anything like that. Heisenberg, don't judge me. He's judging me. Now I have to figure out what I want to eat for dinner. Well, I have to do the dishes first. So I guess that's kind of incentive for me to do the dishes so I can eat. Well, not really. I mean, I could, but I need to do the dishes. I have to adult. It feels like life is good. It's not perfect by any means, but it's good. I don't remember the last time I was able to say that. Which, in a way, feels almost like that should be depressing, but oh, don't do this to me again. It's gonna do it to me again. So in a way it feels almost like it should be depressing. But really with my left hand, so it feels like it should be depressing in a way, but at the same time, like, I'm happy. So it isn't. I really don't know how to word it. Like, it's a... Happiness is a weird feeling for me. Not one I'm used to. Not one that I think I could readily identify for a long time. But hey, that part of my life is over now. And I'm just gonna fill this up before work. God, I hope my shirts are still nicely folded. I just thought about that. They probably aren't. Actually, I think... I don't know. I guess soon it won't matter because I think the promotion that we're doing ends on Sunday. So... Oh... I don't know what happens then, actually. Like, obviously we're not going to just throw shirts out. So we have a couple of Pokemon Go shirts, and I didn't realize they were for Pokemon Go. They just seemed like douchey to me. Like one of them said, like, I don't swipe left or right, I swipe up. I thought that was like a Tinder thing, like swiping up for super liking. Um, which I was just like, why are we selling this? This is stupid. Then it was pointed out to me that it's swiping up to throw a Pokeball in Pokemon Go. And then there's one where it's like, I have two modes, full battery and like empty battery. Also Pokemon Go. And my personal favorite as far as just bad design, it says caution makes frequent stops. Because, you stop while you're catching Pokemon. But here's the thing. That message is on the front of the shirt. Like, that makes no sense to me. If I'm if I'm walking towards someone and they just stop, I'm just gonna go around them. It's if I'm walking behind someone and they suddenly stop that I might walk into them. So I feel like that shirt is backwards. I'm pretty sure it's backwards. I'm gonna have to double check. If it's actually on the back, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Um, but yeah, that's it. That's just about it for today. That's just about everything I have time for. So, let me see. Just trying to make sure there's not anything else that I felt a burning desire to say. I don't think there is. So, on that note, until tomorrow, Moon Mike out.